Hi guys, this is an unboxing of a bunch of stuffs that I purchased several weeks ago. So I wanted to do embedded development, and I think that one of the most popular platform is Raspberry. Alternatively, you can go to NVIDIA. They have a Jetson Nano platform you can use, but I heard it might be easier just to work on Raspberry Pi. And then, because of the chip shortage, it was really hard to order this Raspberry Pi Pi 4B. Basically in Melbourne, Victoria, that's where I live. Almost all the shops, they do not have any stock. So really hard to find one. So luckily I found that one of the shop in New South Wales, they have in stock. I will put the details of that the place I purchased this from in the description section. So because it's very low in stock, another thing to notice, when the store sell this item, they had to bundle or they try to bundle this one with several accessories. So I ordered their kits. So basically it's a Raspberry Pi 4B 8GB RAM with a bunch of other stuffs. But after purchase it, I found out in their shop, in their websites, they have a lot of other items available, and I thought I might want other accessories instead of the accessories in the kit. So I sent an email to their supports, and they replied me I could do it. Actually, it was replied by one of the founder. So they allow me to swap the accessories in the kits with the stuff that I want. I just tell you what I did. Okay. So originally, the kits containing this board has power supply, and which is white color. And I thought I like, because everything's black, so I thought maybe I want a black color. So I asked them I want a black color. So this is what I did. And they have a case. That case is a plastic case. Not fully plastic. I think on the top is aluminum, on the bottom is plastic. And they said because of that, it might have a better Wi-Fi signal. But I found out there's another case. This case is a heatsink case. So basically, all the enclosure, the top and the bottom, they are aluminum plates basically. And I thought this approach might be better in terms of dissipating heat. And I asked them to swap that one with this one. So that's what I did. Also, this one is a black color, which matched with everything. So I swapped out the case, the one in the kits, with this one. And with this model, there's another version that has I think two small fans on top of the top plates. I thought about that, but after a while, then I thought, if you try to work on any developments, the fans might create some noise, which might be a bit annoying. I checked on the internet, and people saying this case is good enough. It can reduce the temperature of the CPU quite a bit, and I think maybe that might be enough. Unless you want to do a lot of overclocking, and then it might be different. So that's the case. And you have a bunch of other stuffs. Okay, you have two micro HDMI ports, two normal HDMI, and I thought with that two cables it might have very limited use. So I told them I might not need them. So instead I purchased a cable from Amazon, which is an adapter that adapts the micro HDMI ports to an HDMI port. Okay, so that one's from Amazon. In their kits, they also have a SD card that has the what's called, I think they call it some kind of Raspberry operating system. It's a Linux-based operating system, pre-installed on SD card, and I checked the performance of the card. I think that was a Samsung card, which is not very high performance. I told them I might not want that, so instead I purchased this one instead, which is one of the fastest micro SD card. Also to note that here it's 64 gigabytes. I think that by default, Raspberry Pi only supports 32 gigabytes by default. So you might need to change a bit to let the two work together. What else? The reason to go for 64 gigabytes is that it's much faster than the 32 gigabyte version. So I go for that. Basically allows you to use it almost like a computer. Okay, what other accessory that was in the box? Let me think. Okay, so this one is in the original accessory. I thought it's cool. So it's a USB-C cable but with a switch. So I kept that one. So in the original kit, I only kept these two items, and the rest I just swapped out. What other stuffs? Oh, I can't remember what other stuffs that are in the kits. But anyhow, so so I decided to do some more purchasing. So this one is the microprocessor. So basically it's like a full computer. It has a ARM microprocessor. It's basically it's like a full CPU. You also have a separate RAM. It's 8 gigabytes model. And all the bells and whistles of a normal PC. But to do in development, this one might be a bit more expensive. So what I also ordered is to order this one. I think it's called Raspberry Pi Nano. Yeah, it's very different from this one. This one is a microprocessor based development board, and this one is a microcontroller based board. So the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller is that with the microprocessor, it roughly only contains the CPU, and you also need external RAM to be on the board to work. So, and also this one is much more powerful usually. So you can install a full operating system like Linux or even Windows on this one. But with the microcontroller, it has everything, RAM, ROM, CPU, everything, but less powerful. But basically you can develop a system on a PC, and then once you finish, you can write everything to this one. Okay, and it consumes very little power, but it only serves a purpose or several purpose. Okay, so I wanted to have this one also. So microcontroller development and microprocessor based development. And to make it easier to work with this one, I also purchased this board. Oh, sorry, this is called I think Raspberry Pi Pico. Okay, and then this one's called Maker Pi Pico. So basically, what I need to do is I need to purchase some of the pins here, and then solder them on, and plug that one into this board, which make it easier for development, okay, or debugging or testing, whatever. Then I also purchased a breadboard, and this one is one of the more expensive models, more than $10. I'm really not sure how different this one is with the cheaper versions. Maybe you have better connections. Anyhow, that's what I did basically. I really want to thank the owner of, I think, the shop that's called Core Electric. They allow me to swap the items with the items I need. Okay, that's the first part of the video. The second part, I will just open everything for you guys to have a look.